Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janet. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of my eyeshadow collection slash declutter. This is part 2. If you haven't subscribed already, I hope you consider subscribing. And don't forget to hit that like button at the end. And yeah, enjoy this video, guys.
So the next one that I'm going to talk about is the Butter London. Oh, the Butter London one, and this is the Natural Goddess palette, and this also came in a BoxyCharm. I get BoxyCharm, so yeah, I have a lot of palettes from them. But I really like this one for like spring, like maybe like even right now, like pre-spring, I guess you could call it. Gosh, but like this blue, I think it's so pretty, so unique, and like these are very soft shimmers. It's a really good formula, and yeah, definitely need to try it. But this is something that I'm gonna try it and I'll see if I like it. If not, it's gonna be something that I declutter later on. Okay, let's see what's next. Let's do all my Dose of Colors palettes. Okay, I have actually most of the Dose of Colors palettes, to be honest. I'm only missing Sassy Siennas, and I didn't get that one because I do have like oranges and stuff. I just didn't feel like that one was necessary to my collection, or the Snow Angels, just because, like, I mean, you know, I didn't know what I was gonna do with the palette. But anyways, obviously the first one is going to be the Dose of Colors, the Francation palette, and obviously keeping this one because it is absolutely beautiful and great, amazing formula, easy to blend. So yeah, as you can see, I really worn down this shade, and yeah, really love this formula. Love the shimmers, perform amazing, and love the packaging. This is the original one and this is the new one. It's a little different. I feel like this is a little finer, this is a little thicker, a little grittier, but I mean, still nice. And this is the original one. So this one, I tried to declutter it once, but then I was like, oh, it's so unique. I could make this into a compact. I thought that'd be so cool. So I think that's the reason that one, like, I might keep it, but that's pretty. But like these are not good. For some reason, I don't know. I know I wasn't gonna swatch anything, but see, like, oh, I went way too hard on that one. See, like, that's pretty, but not really sure. I'm just gonna keep this for now because I really like the packaging, and the packaging I could just honestly make this into a really nice compact. So yeah. Next one's Marvelous Mauves. Obviously gonna keep all of these 4 right here. I lost a little brush, so I don't know where I put that. Baked Browns. Keeping this one too. Wait. Pretty cool. Actually, I did not know if I was gonna like this one or not, and it turns out that I absolutely enjoy this. Like, not only the formula, but this particular palette is just so pretty on your eyes. Like, wow. And then the Blushing Berries one. I haven't actually used this one yet, but I'm excited. I like it. I like it. And these are the ones that I really liked. But definitely these 3 are, the other 3 are definitely my tops. So keeping these, obviously. To Sigma. So this is the only palette that I have by Sigma, and it's the Enchanted palette. Love this formula. This formula is amazing. This is a very unique palette. It's like one of its kind in my collection, at least, and I would not get rid of this one. Keep it now, puppy. All right, let's do all the actually I have one more single, 2 more singles, just kidding, because I have them buried. So this is how many palettes I have. Ridiculous, I know, but palettes are my obsession. This one I honestly bought for a video, not even gonna lie. I do like the pinks and the purples. It's a really nice palette, but the reason I bought it is because I wanted to do like full face of Flower Beauty makeup, and I did not like how that video went, so I discarded it. And I just don't like this eyeshadow, so I'm just going to declutter it because I have a lot of pinks and purples that I like. It's a really good formula, actually, really pretty, but honestly I just stirred it, so kind of hurts, but I'm gonna pass it on to someone that's gonna show it more love than I have. And of course, this one I'm gonna keep. It's the Marc Jacobs palette, the Stiletto palette, and I would not get rid of this one ever. I don't ever want to get rid of this one. Like, I would repurchase this if it ever broke, because it is one of the best palettes that I owned. The color story is super unique, obviously cool tone, very pretty. Love it. I love my makeup anytime that I do it with this palette, or that I do use this palette for my makeup. Okay, let me pull the Alamar Cosmetics palettes. These I'm keeping also because these are so pretty, guys. Like, I mean, the formula is amazing, the color story is amazing. This is what the Reina del Caribe looks like one, and these are from Alamar if I haven't said it, which I think I did. But the color story for these are like so good. Like, wow. The shimmers in this palette are great. The mattes in this palette are great. Easy to blend out, easily to create one beautiful looks. And then, oh my gosh, why can't I open this one? This is the Reina del Caribe 2. Again, same beautiful formula. The shimmers in this palette are what stands out. The owner, Gabby, creates like such amazing color stories, like very unique color stories. I think they're just beautiful. Even just to look at, they're very beautiful. This one honestly reminds me of that Urban Decay beach palette, but better, like way better, because it has these wonderful mattes, and the shimmers in this are so much better. And I love that it has the mattes to balance out the blue shimmers. And just, so if you think you missed out on the Urban Decay beach palette, grab this one. Trust me, you didn't miss out on anything if you grabbed this one, or if you have this one, or if you wanted that one, I recommend that you grab this one. Keeping those, I can do this Milani one, and then I'll start on the elves. On the elf. So I have the Milani Soft and Sultry. I don't like this type of packaging just because it gets so dirty and it's just not convenient. Anyways, this is what this looks like. And like I said, I had, like, this reminds me of the Nightingale. Oh lord. Okay, the Nightingale palette. Like, these are very similar, except I like this one a lot more. I feel like this one has a lot more balanced out mattes, to be honest, than this one does. And the only matte that I really felt like it didn't darken the look right away for this one was the hide and seek one, whereas here you have four shades before you get, 4 mattes before you get to a really deep one. And yeah, and I love the shimmers in here. And then just I just like the combination of this story, this color story versus this one. So keeping that one, and plus they're discontinued, so definitely don't want to get rid of that one. I don't have that many like completely cool tone palettes, so don't want to get rid of the one that I do actually have and I enjoyed. Okay, so let's do all the elf palettes. From elf, I have 3 of the, the bite size shadows. I have pumpkin spice, cream and sugar, and what is this one? Rose water. I really enjoy the formula of this one so far. These 2 I do, but I don't know. I think if I had different expectations for the cream and sugar for some reason, I'm not really sure. I don't know, but I'm still have to try this one out. But this one, the shimmers on all of these are the wonders for me. The mattes are really pigmented too, to be honest. Just this one doesn't show up on my skin tone. Obviously it's really light. I just wish it had like one more matte, but I think if you combine them, like if you put this in here, that would look really nice too. But anyways, for $3 for you to buy just like 2 and have a complete, more than a complete look. Even if you buy just 1, you do have a complete look. Oh no, I broke that one. But yeah, so the reason I bought these was because one, I thought of a great video idea, which I know, right? You shouldn't be doing videos and buying products just because. But no, I actually was interested in trying them, like $3 eyeshadows, and they're saying that they're really good. What? Especially from e.l.f. So I was just excited to try them, and I absolutely love them. And I know it's only 1 palette a month, but I've gotten really good use out of these, honestly, surprisingly, for only like 4 shades each. and I really love them. And this one's like screams fall to me, or like pure neutral palette too. And yeah, these are the only 3 that I have. The only one that I'm really interested in is the jalapeno one, but I don't really feel like I need the other ones. These are really nice. Okay, the next 3 are like these, like those rectangle ones from e.l.f. I have the Matte for Matte, Holy Smokes, and then the Summer Breeze. And let me open them. Oh my. And I'm not sure. I want to keep this one. I know I want to keep the summer one, the Summer Breeze one. These are colors that I really like, and they're not too warm tone. I feel like they're almost neutral, especially like I think it's really pretty, and I love mattes. I prefer mattes over shimmer sometimes, especially when I bought these. But this one, I'm not sure. So I'm definitely gonna keep the Summer Breeze. I'm not sure. Okay, let's just leave it to the side for right now, because I really don't know right now. But I know I want to keep this one. This one, they say it's a dupe for the Dominique Latte palette, and I just enjoy the formula. Even if it was a dupe or wasn't, I enjoy the formula of these. These are really nice matte and really nice shimmers, and I'm gonna keep it because it was limited edition. And yeah, I'm not like other people like, oh, I need to get rid of my limited edition palettes. I don't care. I'm gonna keep my limited edition because I bought them and I wanted them, and they're no longer making them, so yeah, I'm not gonna get rid of them. And then another one from e.l.f. is the, what was this? An Earth and Ocean palette. And this one, obviously I bought because, okay, now that I look at it, these greens are actually from the e.l.f. palette. They kind of look like the ones in the, what was that palette called? Jalapeno? Hot Jalapeno. Yeah. So I'm just gonna compare them because I might not need the hot jalapeno if I have these. Like, what would be the purpose of me buying that palette too? So I have plenty of blues here and those. So I think I'm going to declutter this one. Oh my goodness, these are really hard to open. Yeah, I think I'm going to declutter this one because I do have these cool tone colors, and these colors I have too, or like I have here. I'm not sure. This is also going to be on the chopping block, to be honest. Let's just do that. Chopping block, Earth and Ocean, keeping. Okay, let's do all... Oh, let's do my Personal Cosmetics ones. I have both of them. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna keep these because these are some of my favorite palettes in my collection. This is the original, the Identity 1 palette. And, I mean, look at her. She's so pretty. This is honestly, again, I just have like really great formulas, I guess, in my palette collection. I'm not sure, but I love this formula. This formula is so good. These shimmers are like some of the best shimmers that I own. Is that my nail? Darn it. The mattes are so easy to blend, and these are 2 palettes that were curated well and to like work with one another so beautifully. Like, to be honest, I really got the shade. Well, I got both of these when they were on sale. They had this crazy, like, inexpensive bundle for both of them. And I got really lucky and I was able to purchase both of them for an inexpensive price. But I really love that shade. That's the one shade that I absolutely love from this palette. Like, love it. But yeah, they work very well together, and love my 2 Persona palettes. Okay, let's see. Now all I have is Urban Decay, ColourPop, and ABH. So let's start with Urban Decay because I think those are the ones that have the least amount. I have one more. Don't I? I guess not. Oh, I do. No, I don't. Huh. I thought I had one more. I guess because I decluttered them. Now I feel kind of sad. I do. I know I had another one. Just didn't look like a naked palette. That's why. Okay, let's start with the one I'm definitely going to keep. Well, I'm going to keep most of them, I think. But I'm definitely going to keep. So I'm definitely going to keep this one. This is the Naked Honey palette. This is such a unique palette to me. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's pretty. But like once you see it in person, you see it swatched out, and you see the way it looks on your eyes. So pretty, so grungy. Very unique palette. It's actually one of my favorite, if not my favorite, naked palette, honestly. So yeah, definitely love this palette. Keeping it. Then I have Naked Heat. I'm also going to keep this one. It's very warm tone colors that these to me are just, these are just for like fall and summer. I wouldn't wear these during the winter or spring. They're just a little bit too warm and deep for that. But definitely gonna keep it. It was actually one of my first eyeshadow palettes. I mean, Naked Heat. Well, it was one of the first Urban Decay palettes that I bought. The other ones were gifts. So yeah. Actually, no, lie. The Naked 3 I purchased, which I kind of want to repurchase. But yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. I had one that was like this. That's why I was like, oh, I don't need it. I don't need it. We'll see. If it's ever on sale, I might repurchase the Naked 3. If it's ever on sale. Okay, this is another one that I said, this is why I don't need the Nightingale palette, nor the, yeah. I do use this one on occasion. I don't use it a lot. I don't do a lot of smoky eye looks, but when I do want to make one, I make sure that I have a palette for it. So I'm just going to keep this one for now, because I do like to keep all my Naked palettes. I wish I had the original, but I'm going to keep which ones I do have. Okay. The next one is the Born to Run palette by Urban Decay, and I'm obviously going to keep this one because it's so unique. I heard that this one was limited edition. I didn't know that. I thought they had made it part of the permanent collection, but if they discontinue this one, I'm going to be like really sad, because it's really pretty. Like, it's a really good formula, really pretty eyeshadows. I think it's a really complete eyeshadow palette and has a nice mirror, really good, like feels nice and heavy, and love the packaging. So it's gonna be sad if they discontinue this one, but you know, it's not like my favorite palette, so it wouldn't be like super sad, like, you know, ColourPop discontinuing the Dream Street palette, but yeah, whatever. Anyways, let's do my ABH shadows and then ColourPop, because ColourPop is the one that I own like 50 of them. Alright, I do have quite a collection with ABH. Oh crap, oh my gosh, you guys, I missed two. The only one I think that I'm missing in this one is the Prism palette, which maybe one day I'll get. Like I was saying, this is my ABH eyeshadow palette collection. I own almost all of them after they started making Modern Renaissance, and I'm going to keep all of them. So I'll start from the back. This is the Riviera palette, and I know after they launched the Riviera palette, it got kind of crazy, and I didn't buy which one was whichever palette was that came after this one. Oh, Alyssa Edwards palette, I didn't buy because I thought it was so similar to this one, and that's why I didn't also buy the Enrizi palette, because I thought it was so similar to this one and so similar to the Modern Renaissance and the Norvina. It was like you just picked and choose a couple shades from each palette, and that was pretty much Enrizi palette, and I was like, what the heck is the point of me buying? I'm not. And then I don't follow her like that. I don't follow her at all. So it's not something that I was gonna go and support. So yeah. But definitely keeping the Riviera. I only have like true colorful palettes. I only have like 3. The Riviera. Which one else? I have the Riviera, the BH1, and like the Zulu palette. Those are the ones that are like the most colorful to me. And those are the ones that I really want to keep. Okay. The next one is the Modern Renaissance, obviously, right? And this one I pulled in for February and just like we fell in love with it. It's so pretty. I'm very light with my eyeshadow, so it's like, oh, have you even used it? I have. I haven't even used this because I'm not the biggest fan of these brushes. Sometimes they're really scratchy, and I'm surprised that I haven't even pulled it out of the plastic, to be honest. Since I have my own brushes, so I don't really use these too much, especially the ABH ones. The Urban Decay ones I do, they're really nice, but not this one. The next one is Sultry. This one I got on a discount, so that was really nice. And I love this palette, love the shimmers in this palette. Like, it's the great ABH formula that we all know and love, and so glad I purchased this palette. It's actually like another cool tone palette that I have, or leaning towards cool tone. It's not fully cool tone, to be honest. The next one is a Jackie Aina collab, and this one I think it has to be one of my favorite. If not my favorite, definitely like top 3 Anastasia palettes that I own. And I think it has one of the most unique color stories that Anastasia has ever done, and I'm so glad they collaborated with her. Like, she took a very unique approach to this palette, knowing like her skin tone and who she wanted to she wanted her palette to work for like almost for every skin tone, but especially, you know, deeper skin tones, and the formula reflects that, the pigmentation reflects that, and honestly, she just created a very unique color story, very beautiful color story that works very well together, and I absolutely love it. And the packaging too, very unique packaging. Okay, the next one is it's a soft glam palette, and I got this one also at a discount, so I'm really happy. And I haven't touched this one yet, which I don't know why, but yeah. That's what this looks like. Oh no, that's what this looks like, and I might be pulling it in for spring because I usually pull in one neutral palette to work from for every month, so we'll see. No, we'll see, probably. Well, no, I don't know, we'll see. Don't want to ruin that video. And this is also one of my favorite palettes from ABH, like the Norvina. The purples is what I absolutely love. It doesn't have as many purples as I would have liked, but the purples that it does have are very unique, very pretty, and they work very well. And this one, you can see this one's worn down a little bit more just because one of my favorite palettes. Okay, the last two are the Subculture, and I know so much controversy with this palette. Story, again, is one of the most unique color stories that they have. I know not everybody was able to work with this formula, or they found it very difficult to work with, but I just powered through it. I didn't really care as long as I could build up the eyeshadows, and they last pretty long with me. You do have to take a little bit more time blending it. This is not something I'm just going to throw out on my eyes and just run out the door. This is something that you do have to sit down and work with, but I don't mind that just because the colors are very unique, and I don't have anything like this, to be honest, so I'm willing to keep it and work with it. Next ABH eyeshadow is the Carly Bible palette, and that's what this one looks like. This is also a very unique color story, but I mean it is a very unique color story. I really liked it. The reason I purchased it was because of these two shades. Actually, this whole top row, except for that one, this whole top row is the reason I purchased this. And it's, some of the pigmentation is a little bit like, yeah, a little bit inky. It's not like super pigmented like most like the regular ABH formula. I wish this one would have been a little bit like Bible, would have been a little bit more pigmented instead of me having to build for like 30 years. But the shimmers work great, to be honest. Those are really nice. But that's my only complaint with this palette. So, and also the packaging, I don't know about you guys, but to me this packaging is kind of creepy. Like, I just feel like it's so many eyes looking at you. So that was another reason that I didn't want to purchase this palette, because it was going to kind of creep me out. But whatever, I have it and I really do enjoy it. Alright, now for the queen of my eyeshadows is ColourPop. Let me do the 9-pan palettes first, because those puppies are a lot too. I don't have all the 9-pan eyeshadow palettes. I started to collect them and then I just got overwhelmed. But now looking at them, they look kind of cool. I just honestly, I got overwhelmed and I was just like, oh no, this is like way too much. And then I started coming out with colors that I didn't really like, or they would come out with the 9-pan, but then come out with like a regular 12-pan. So I was just like, it's one or the other, not both. But the ones that I do have, I think really pertain to like that color story that was really, you know, like purples and pinks and stuff. Like, oh wait, I'm missing a palette. Hold the phone along. So these are my ColourPop palettes. As you can see, the complete rainbow that I have. I have the Smoke Show palette, which is called Blowing Smoke now. Oh, that hurt. Why am I having such a difficult time opening? See, this is a brand new palette. This is why I don't have that many smoky tones, because I just don't use them like that. But I'm glad that I have this complete collection that I don't. Unless it's like a teal or a maroon palette, I'm not going to get one of these 9-pan palettes. I thought about getting the strawberry shake one, but I was just like, I don't really need that one. And I don't really need the peach one because I feel like the peaches are very similar to one of the palettes that I already have. And what's the other one? The Meant to Be palette is just, it's really, they're all very pretty, but I'm not going to use those greens, so there's no point. Anyways, this is the smoke, blowing smoke show, whatever. Keeping that one. It's My Pleasure palette. Obviously going to keep this one. This is one of my favorite palettes, like, probably ever. And I love purples. As you can see, I have 2 purple palettes. Oh, my goodness. What is up with me not being able to open palettes today? This one. And this is going to be very pretty to use. Oh my gosh, look at that. Super swatched. Anyways, very pretty palettes. Then I have the blue one, which I haven't really used into. I'm kind of intimidated by blue, but I feel like this is such a like summer color. Summer and spring. Then I have Just My Luck, which again, I have these 2, like, if you block all this out, these are very like pastel colors, so I really don't feel like I need anything else. The Honey palette, and this is not similar, just with like maybe that shade to the what's that palette called? Oh my gosh, to the other palette. I don't know. It's kind of similar to it, but the honey palette, the Honey Naked palette, that's what I was thinking of. But other than that, it's not really similar. I was thinking about taking this one out, honestly, and replacing it with the yellow shade that I have. So I might still do that because I don't use glitters, especially like, look how chunky that is. Super chunky. I'm never going to use it. I'd rather replace it with the palette that eyeshadow palette. I mean, a shade that I am. So I might do that. And then I have the Orange Glad. Again, super chunky glitter, and I might replace that one too. I see no point in me having that. So Main Squeeze is actually one of my favorite ones that they have, and I wish they would just stop putting, I wish they had a really red, like a true red. That's I think the one that was really missing from this palette, like a true red. But I still love it. I love the looks that I've come up with when I've had that one on. I love this one. Again, I have those pastel pinks. I don't really think that I need the Strawberry Shake palette, and I have pastel pinks throughout my collection, so really I don't need the Strawberry Shake palette. And then my baby of the entire collection, besides the It's My Pleasure, the Going Coconuts palette. Love this palette. Like, every time I've used it, it's like magic on my eyes, to be honest. So keeping all these puppies, keeping all these babies. If you want me to do a ranking with my palettes or anything like that, let me know. I only have a lot of like the ABH, but if you wanted to see a whole video on that, let me know, and I could do swatches on that video, so really let you see the packaging and everything like more close up. But I might change my ranking. I'm not sure on that one, so just let me know. Let me know. These are all the rest of my ColourPop palettes. So I have the Zodiac palette, which is also being discontinued, which I understand. It's really pretty, but I kind of wish like maybe she would have just came out with singles, and then like, which she did later on, that were more true to the sign, to be honest. Like, that should have been like a really deep in burgundy. That should have been more of a true blue. The Taurus, I think, would have been more of a green, which, I mean, she came out with the, what is that called? The loose pigments, which were more true to the sign, I think, than that one was, but I still want to keep it. And this is the ColourPop. These are all ColourPop, Janet. Duh. This is the Double Entendre palette. I absolutely love this palette. Like, this was my go-to neutral palette before I had any other neutral palette. This was the only one that I really owned. And I mean, I was close to hitting pan probably on these two. And maybe by the end of the year, I will have pan on this one. Alright, another one. Let's see. Villains by Disney. This is the only Disney palette that really interested me. Oy vey. And I'm glad that I got this one, but not looking at it, it looks really pretty, but I don't know what I was expecting when I first got it. I don't know. I felt kind of disappointed when I first got it, but now looking at it back, it's like, okay, it's a really pretty palette. What was I thinking? I would have to combine this one with a different palette, another palette, just because it doesn't have that many mattes. But I don't have that. I don't have a lot of palettes that are like companion palettes, so I'm okay with having just this one. So that's cool. But I'm looking forward to really using that one. Okay. Woo. Coming up on one of my favorites is the Sweet Talk palette. This baby is so pretty, and this is why I don't want the Sweet Peach or Peach whatever palette from ColourPop, the 9-pan, because I have these, and I also have, before they came out with corals, I was just really inspired by the Sweet Peach. Is it the Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced? Or Peach, something Peach, the one, the original they had. And I really wanted that shade. I wanted peach colors, so I just bought singles. Is what I do when I don't have a palette option. I just buy singles, so I really don't need that that peach, the 9-pan peach palette by from ColourPop. But I love this palette. Again, I don't like this chunky glitter, so I might replace these two with the ones that I do have in my palettes, because I think this one's even drying. Oh no, it's not drying out, but like, it's super chunky glitter. I don't need it, so I might do that. I might replace them with what I have there. Oh, this one, you guys, are discontinuing this one. I'm so sad. But I already started looking for dupes, because these are some of my favorite shades ever. I mean, ever. So, but I do love this palette. I had to buy a new one because my dog messed up my other one. And if it comes back in stock like the Dream Street, I am going to buy it up, because I want to back up for this one. I don't care. It's one. I don't need a backup for any of these, but I need a backup for that one. The next one is California Love palette. I really like this palette, the way it looks with the palm trees, because sometimes you can see that it's gold, and then you can see it's black. I don't know. I like that feature. I thought it was really cool. But this one's like a very simple neutral palette. Again, it has that glitter. Don't really like glitters, but at least this one's not as chunky as the other ones that we've seen. So, but overall, same great quality. This is a She palette. This one they're also discontinuing, and this is one of their original palettes after the Yes Please palette. And I love this formula. Like, I love this palette. I would not get rid of it ever, because it's a great formula. It has satins, it has metallics, and you can blend these out so beautiful. And then these are really unique colors down here too, and just such a cohesive palette. Love the packaging. So definitely not getting rid of this one. Well, I'm not getting rid of any of my ColourPop palettes, so let's establish that. And then this is the OG, the original, super dirty, the Yes Please palette. And this is a summer palette for me, just because of the warm tones, and yeah, just I really blah, 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 blah. Wow. Okay, I really, how do I put this? When this palette came out, I was really excited, because all ColourPop had, I mean, this was the first palette. This was like, it sold out quickly the first time it came out, and then the second time I got it, and I really enjoy this palette. I just kind of came out of warm tones like last year. I didn't really use it as much as I had previously, but just looking at it, it kind of just, it inspires me, honestly. And it's been a long while since it's inspired me, but it kind of brings that nostalgia back, at least for me. And I can't wait to really dig into it again for the summer. This palette has been discontinued, and I don't know why they discontinued their palettes. I guess because people don't buy them, they just want the new. But this is one of the best ColourPop palettes that they had. The shimmers are so incredible in here. When I mean they're metallic, they are like blinding metallic on your eyes. So beautiful. It didn't have a lot of mattes, but you could, balance it out with a double entendre palette, which is what I would do. And honestly, this palette, beautiful. Okay, let's see. Another oldie but a goodie is the You Had Me at Hello palette. They've also discontinued this one, and I'm not getting rid of this one until they're like, it smells terrible. I'm going to use it until it smells terrible. Like, I love this palette. I wish they hadn't discontinued it. It's one of the other palettes too that, like, you can see that I've, like, you might not be able to see it through the camera, but I've dug into these shades too, like these mauve tones. That's what I love too, like mauves. That I love mauves, purples, pinks. that's what I love. And this one I actually have in my March stash too, because I had never really paid like the attention that it deserved, but I'm not gonna get rid of it because using it made me fall in love with it. I came up with such a pretty eye look the other day, and I just love this palette. I don't know what I was thinking not using it. Lord. Alright, a newer palette that they have is Flutterby. This one's really, really pretty, but it's not comparable to like those, because those are really mauve, or even the new one that just came out, Making Mauves. It's more comparable to this one. I saw it, so I'm not going to purchase that one, even though it is pretty, but the Super Shock shadows really interest me. So we'll see. And this glitter I can actually be okay with, just because it is really, really small chunks. So I don't mind leaving that one in there. But I love this palette too. Like, I love, like, it. This is probably one of my favorite packagings, to be honest, like, ever. The ColourPop has ever come out with. It is beautiful. And then I have the Bye Bye Birdie. This one's also very pinky, very, like, magenta. And the only shade that I don't like in here is this one right here, because it's super, super chunky glitter. So if I can find a shade that could replace that, I probably would. This one's okay because, again, it's very small, fine glitter, so I don't mind that. And it has so many different formulas in here. It's a pretty cool palette. So again, love this. And it has peacocks, so I was really debating this one. Was like, am I getting this because of peacocks, or do I want this because of the actual, like, palette? And I didn't get it at first, but then again, Andrea Bentaliano talked about this one, had so many different, like, formulas in it, and it was really pretty, so I decided to get it, and I love it. So this is the Whatever palette, and this one has burgundies, and it's so, so pretty. And again, that dang freaking glitter. If I can find something to replace it, I probably will replace it on this one, just because I don't think it goes even with this color scheme whatsoever. So yeah, but I haven't used this one either too much, but I love the packaging of this one. I thought it was so pretty, and, like, again, burgundies are like one of my favorite shades to put on my eyes, to be honest. And these were new burgundies that I didn't have, compared to, like, the other ones in the, what was it, in the one of the first palettes that I did, Good Sport palette from ColourPop. And this is Give It To Me Straight. I think they still have this one in stock. Let me fit this up a little bit. Hopefully they don't discontinue this one, because this has these purpley kind of neutral tones, but it still has these pretty berry tones down here, and the shades are really nice. And I just realized now, weird looking at it, like, there's mattes down the side and all the shimmers are in the middle, and this one's a matte too, but I just realized that. That's interesting. But I love this palette too. It's actually the second one that I got, like, one of their older the older palettes too. And of course, this one is also a very beautiful palette. It encompasses actually a lot of the palettes that I do enjoy, like the mauves, those berries, those burgundies, that cool tone color right here, those greens. So this palette has a little bit of everything, which is one of the reasons that I absolutely love this palette. And the formula is amazing. There's a couple ones, I think, is Mesmerize and Flex and Muse, that are very different formula, because it's more of has more glitter in it. So it's very pretty, very reflective, very beautiful. Mattes, of course, easy to blend. It's ColourPop formula. And then this one I got recently from Ulta. Like, I just randomly found it, and I decided to pick it up just because it's discontinued. And I actually wanted to purchase this when they came out, and I didn't. And I'm so glad that by some weird chance I was able to get this one, and I love this palette. It's so pretty. Like, it has, like, those colors that I like, and that blue too is so pretty. So the only color I don't really, you know, find myself like what is that word called, pulled by, I guess, is black. I don't really like black, but other than that, yeah. So let me show you what I decluttered. These are, okay, let me see if you can see them. Alright, so these are all the palettes that I decluttered. The two Naked palettes are super old, the Natasha Denona one, Flower Beauty, this Cool Tone one, Palm Springs, and then Take Me to Brazil palette. And pretty much everything else I kept. Let me show you. This is what I mean by, like, I'm doing this on my bed, but I have all the packaging, you guys. Like, I have all the packaging to every single palette, and I'm not going to, like, discard it. I just think the packaging is so pretty. And yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. And I know it was a small declutter, but I really just wanted to show you my eyeshadow palette collection. And I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you guys on the next one. Oh, wait, hold on. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.